of Shabbat Shalom, the minhag of many Sfaradim on the second night of Yom Tov, which is this coming Sunday evening, is to accept the Chag earlier, which means, although it's still light outside, the minhag is, it's based on the Tshuva of the Ben Ish Chai and Rav Pe'alim Chelek Dalet, to pray Mincha Be'arvit a little bit earlier from Plaga Mincha. Plaga Mincha is about 10 to 7 or so. They pray Mincha earlier, and then they go home. Once you already prayed Arvit by Plaga Mincha, you can go home and say Kiddush and sit down to eat, and that's already just like you can accept early Shabbat, you can also accept early Yom Tov, and that's perfectly acceptable, especially on the second night of Shavuot. Many people are tired from the night before, whatever it is, it's okay. Now, in terms of all of the things that are necessary for the second evening Seudah, lighting candles is fine at that time. Since you're lighting it for the Kiddush and for the meal, you're allowed to prepare for the meal at that time. It's not considered a chana. It's not considered preparing from one day of Yom Tov to the other. Rather, the woman of the house or whoever else is preparing should wait, preferably until the men come home from shul, or maybe even shortly before, to start setting the table and preparing the food, at which point, right before Kiddush, should light candles. She can even make a bracha. At that time, the man will make Kiddush, and there's absolutely no issue in terms of doing this. Like we said, this was the minhag in Baghdad. The Ben Ish Chai speaks about it in his Tshuva, and this is what many Sfaradim do. Ashkenazim customarily don't do this. They wait even for the second night of Shavuot to pray Arvit by Tzet HaKochavim. But, Mikol Makom, it's okay to do this for the Sfaradim. We don't find this, we don't usually do this by many of the other Yamim Tovim. On Pesach, on the second night of Pesach, you can't do this because you have to wait until Laila Vadai to eat matzah. On the second night of Sukkot, we don't do this because you have to wait until Laila Vadai to eat bread and sukkah. So the only time you usually have left to do it is the second night of Shavuot, and also the second night of Rosh Hashanah for those who wish to do it. That is okay. Now I've heard of some families that are mixed between the Sfaradim and Ashkenazim. Ashkenazim don't, like I said, they don't do this at all. But again, for the Sfaradim, it's perfectly okay. Yom Tov, Shabbat Shalom, Tizkor Shem Rabot, Na'imot V'tovot.